the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Washington's offense will get first crack at it today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got a man, it's Collier. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Sweet cut there. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Illinois' offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Newton. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the catch. So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Across the 45. Lots of running room. He's at the 10, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskies.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Washington, 14, Illinois, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Working that left side now. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better...
Oh, he's got some space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Fired in from the red zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option.
He's loose at the 30. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Newton. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Sweet cut there. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Good, right down the boulevard. Illinois got a field goal out of that drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quickly out to the tight end. Hard running there. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. All wideouts, no backs. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gaines. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
A pickup of 8 brings up 2nd down.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Turning it on. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
28, Illinois, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the 1st half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They finally really get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Looking downfield, it's Newton. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. On the run, it's Gage. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really...
Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And the Fighting Illini take over first and 10.
From the shotgun, the inside give. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Newton. Pocket breaking down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Running back searching for a hole. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Illinois! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Washington, 28. Illinois, 10.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Here comes the heat. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Illinois, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Newton. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fears the pressure. Looking for a big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll start this drive from the 42. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along. Look at the numbers. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to throw, it's Newton. Punts it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. sometimes you're just too open. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Washington coming to the line with another first down.
Here we go.
He'll try the left side. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mims. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. On the move. There he goes. That will be the final play as they make the stop.